sick because I had a bad week. So. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. We'll share with you though. Okay, I don't know if there's room. Hannah. Where are you from? Czech. Oh, nice to meet you. Oh, nice to meet you. Yeah, I can look at it.
Oh my God!
Everybody, thanks for coming out. I just want to acknowledge we have some room over here for the elders, so and people with young ones that need to sit in the shade here. So good afternoon, everybody. My name is David Stevenson. I'm the CEO of the Moosehide Campaign, and I'll be your MC for this afternoon, for the afternoon's event. I just want to acknowledge for those on the live stream, and I know there's many thousands on the live stream, there's also many people here on the legislative lawn. You might not be able to see them from the live stream, but you can hear them if they yell real loud. Right on, right on. So to start us off in a good way, we've asked our brother and caretaker of our culture and processes for the family Bradley Dekyahuelapten to come forward and say a few words to welcome us onto the territory. Yahuelapten.
So, aiz quecho siem sia nishwalakwa. Aiz quecho siem sia nishchalacha. Aiz kasiem tias quecho naquilia. So good day, my family, and good day, my friends. I thank each of you for being here today. What I want to be clear in why we're gathering is to end violence against women and children. Our procession in is not a tourist event. However, we grounded ourselves early in the morning in the intentions of ceremony and reaffirming who we are, and perhaps for some of our family, reclaiming who they are as well. Here we are on the beautiful Lekwungen territories, the place to smoke herring people. We acknowledge and extend our gratitude to the Songhees and Esquimalt nations whose land and waters we gather. Acknowledge them as the caretakers of this space since time immemorial, allowing them to affirm their relationship to their lands in the ways that they need to, and that we as family and community lift each other up so we can do that work continually. I'm always so humbled to speak on behalf of my Moosehide family and to extend a welcome to each of you here. As I spoke in the house this morning, I was reminded of this headband and the blanket. I joked earlier that the headband was to hold my brains in space. But in the cultural teaching, it's reminded me that the journey from here to here sometimes is the hardest. But as Paul said earlier, it's our role to nurture that garden, perhaps to weed at times that journey. And we do so to look after our spaken, our flowers, our next generations. And so, with open arms and hands raised, of course I welcome you. You know, we're here with one heart and one mind. May your day be safe. May you continue to look after yourself throughout the day. May you continue to ground. Haiz kasiyam.
Thank you, Yahuelapten, for taking care of us and welcoming us in a good way. And again, there's many people on the live stream. We just want to acknowledge each and every one of you are on territories, and to acknowledge those territories, and in this unity of bringing all these territories across Turtle Island together for this deep and important day of ceremony. So honored to see so many of you here today, and so grateful that you would all come out today. And we have a few people who are going to share some words. We have young leaders here who are going to share some words. We have some elders who are going to share some words, and some leaders in all different parts of and walks of life, and artists here. And so we have a little time together today just to celebrate, but also to reflect on this important issue that we're all taking our time out today to help address. So with that, I'd like to call forward the Premier of British Columbia, Premier David Eby, to come forward to say a few words.
Thank you so much for having me here today. It's a great honor. I'd like to begin by thanking Bradley for welcoming us to the territory of Lekwungen-speaking people, the Songhees and Esquimalt First Nations. Bradley also welcomed us in the legislature this morning for our final day of the session, and it's a beautiful day for us all to be here together, and thank you to him for starting us in such a good way. I know there are so many people who traveled so far to be here today. I want to acknowledge the elders, the matriarchs, the chiefs, hereditary chiefs who came to be here for this important day. Very important for your voices, for your presence to be here, and thank you for making that huge effort to be here. And for all of you for joining this important walk to take a stand against violence. The tiny square of moose hide that we wear is a critically important symbol. We join 4 million other Canadians in standing against violence, standing in partnership with women and children, making sure that families are safe, that people are safe in our communities. It unites us in that common cause. And it's a way for us to have conversation with people who aren't familiar with the moose hide pin, why we wear it, and what we're doing together. I owe a great debt of thanks, we all do, I think, to Paul and Raven Lacerte for their work initiating this campaign. The next generation's here too. Father and daughter are here with us today, and you're going to hear from them shortly. I'm told about their story, about the moose hunting trip that they went on that transformed the conversation across the country about violence against Indigenous women and girls, violence against women, violence against the LGBTQIA+ community, the two-spirited community. And I want to join everyone here today as a man in making my commitment personally to doing the work to end gender-based violence and racism, and also to join with all the boys and men here that are making that commitment. I know as Premier of a government, we have an added responsibility. I have an added responsibility that our government does all we can to end racism and violence against Indigenous women and girls, against all women, against all vulnerable people. And I am so honored to stand with so many women who have been doing this work for so many years. It is their work, it is partnership with them that makes this possible, and our government will do that work. Every day that we stand up and take action together, we're a little further down the path of ending violence in our communities, and we can only do it in partnership together. Men, women, girls, boys, and we'll be here every step of the way to support that important work. Thank you very much for being here to join us today. Thank you to the Lacertes. Thank you to the Moose Hide campaign.
Thank you, Premier Eby, for sharing some words and for welcoming people onto this, into your home and your area here too. We have a young man that's traveled a long way to come and say a few words and share some time with us. Talon Firebird was born in Sioux Lookout, and he spends most of his time I think in Thunder Bay, but he's a young Indigenous leader, a leader with heart, really connected to his culture, and carries the message of hope for all Indigenous and all Canadians. But particularly it stands up in our hearts and minds as an example of what we hope to see our young men carry and do, and the work that they do. So with that, we'd like to ask Talon Firebird to come up and say a few words if he has one.
Appreciate that, brother. Oh, let's bring that in here. A little closer. Trying to be close with you guys. You guys feeling good? Yeah. I love that introduction. I think I live in Thunder Bay too, actually. Sometimes, maybe. Bonjour, Talon Firebird, Indijna Kaz, Nameto Dem, Notka Migwaning Ninduji. Hello, everybody. My name is Talon Firebird. My community is Whitefish Bay First Nation, which is in Ontario, deep within the Treaty 3 territory. So, very far away from here. Over there, you know. My clan is the Sturgeon, and I also now currently reside in Thunder Bay, Ontario. Before I get into my intro and my keynote, I'd like to formally acknowledge the traditional lands of the Kwangin, Songhees, and Esquimalt peoples for allowing us to come together and have this beautiful gathering. From my heart to you all, miigwech. Today I am oh yeah, thank you. Thank you. It's always like, do you stop, do you go? But it's all love. I appreciate every single one of you. Today, I am extremely thankful in all ways humanly possible. I'm thankful for all of you here, both in person and virtually, for coming together with us to share, listen, and take the next steps in creating safer environments all across Canada and the many First Nation communities. I feel a great sense of punctuality towards these topics. I also feel a great sense of duty to do my part in creating these safe spaces. So today, I'm not here to bring my personal politics. I'm not here to expand my portfolio, or promote my brand. Today I'm here to talk to you all about resiliency and what it means to me, and how this one word floods back in my head every single day that I walk this earth. You see, about 25 years ago in this country, a baby was born to a young Indigenous woman in a small northern town in Ontario. This young mother had 2 daughters and now also 1 baby boy to take care of. Through all types of violence, discrimination, racism, all of the above, this young Indigenous woman was resilient towards everything that was put in her path, ensuring not only her survival, but the prosperity she gifted onto her 3 young children every single day. I never knew the word for it while witnessing firsthand the strength and courage Indigenous women have within them. I just remember watching from the sidelines, knowing that my mother was special, that my mother was strong, and that my mother could conquer and make right anything wrong in the world. And now that I'm older, I've traveled, I've experienced, I've witnessed, it is now that I understand that to be the sacred medicine all Indigenous women carry with them. The resiliency they pass on to their communities, their children, along with their families as a whole. Indigenous women are and have been the backbone of our communities. They are resilient. I say that with love, and I say that as truth. Because you see, where I come from, this is not only my story, but a story relevant through all the communities that I'm a part of. And as much as these qualities are amazing and imperative and appreciated every single day, they are very often taken for granted by others. But I'm not here to speak to statistics. It upsets me too much when I do. But I do know that all of you here today have an understanding of the challenges and issues Indigenous women and children face every single day. And today I'm here to share a message with all my people and all my allies that they shouldn't have to face these issues alone. I'm here to tell you that our women and children deserve safety. They deserve healthy communities. Our communities have had so much taken away and imposed on them. Our people are most always in fight or flight in spaces that are supposed to be safe. We need to do better. We need to come together. The time to begin this healing journey is now, but this is a journey that can't be taken alone. So I want you all to look around and witness the beauty of our communities coming together to take action, to begin this healing process. Because this is where it will start, this is where it has started, and this is where it continues to grow every single year. I appreciate every single one of you for allowing me to speak today. I'm also super thankful for all of you coming to support Moose High campaign. Remember this day and remember the teachings, because together we will heal, together we will create safer communities by ending violence towards Indigenous women and children. Thank you all. Miigwech.
Okay. Isn't he awesome? Yeah. Whew. We love that man. Yeah, he's so inspiring. And thank you so much, Talon. Thanks for coming and helping us out. Next, we're really blessed to have the Butterflies in Spirit are here to share some of their dance and their art with us and their beautiful energy. It just so happens that a number of years ago on the steps of this legislature here, the Lacerte family gave out their millionth moose hide pin, 2018 I think it was, and the Butterflies in Spirit were there to be part of that process and honor, and now that we've now passed, just over 4 million moose hide pins have been handed out now. Yeah, we're the Butterflies in Spirit are here to bless us again at this really important day and on this beautiful gift of sun that we have. So with that, we'll ask the Butterflies in Spirit to come up. We're just going to do a little stage movement here, and they'll be right up. Sure. It's a. So if you want to hold it, or do we'll just get rid of the whole thing.
Yeah, that works.
Cool. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it.
Hello everybody, my name is Lorelei Williams. I just want to acknowledge and thank the Lekwungen peoples for having us on their territory, for letting us be here to raise awareness of MMIWG2S. My indigenous name is Pelahausia. I am from Shakti Nations on my mom's side and St'elis on my dad's side. And I do a lot of work around the issue of missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls. I started doing this work to get my missing Aunt Belinda Williams picture out there somehow, but also to honor my cousin Tanya Holick, who was murdered by serial killer Robert Pickton. My other aunt was pushed out of a window in the downtown east side. Thankfully, she survived. My other cousin was taken by a different serial killer, Terry Arnold. She was raped by him in the mountains when she was only 16 years old. I came up with the dance group Butterflies in Spirit to raise awareness of this issue. What I didn't realize was that other families of MMIWG2S would want to join me and represent their missing and murdered loved ones. And I'll let them introduce themselves and their family members that they represent.
Hi everybody, my name is Miranda Johnson. I'm from the Kwakwaka'wakw Nation. I represent my relative Angeline Pete. She went missing in May 2011.
Tansa, hello, my name is Madeline. Traditional name is Sakaski Squiu, Strong Earth Woman, and I'm here representing Georgina Pappin, who was found on the Picton farm, and she was my street mom. Hi, all my relations.
Hi there, my traditional name is Odemengiziskwe, which means Strawberry Moon Woman, and I'm here representing my mother and whose name I share with, Sarah DeVries.
Hello, my name is Sia. I'm from the Cowsis First Nations band in Saskatchewan, but born and raised in the downtown east side. I'm here for my sister Cheryl.
Tansa, my name is Puchagohuhu, which is Little Owl. I'm from northern Alberta. I've been raised in the downtown east side. I'm here to represent the ones that were murdered in Vancouver and in Edmonton. Many of my family members were taken away from our family. Hi.
Hello, my name is Jordan Myers. I'm Red River Métis and Swampy Cree from Treaty 5 territory. I stand up here for all my loved ones and all my kin who are affected by violence and are survivors of violence back home and from the downtown east side. Thank you.
Neat Ama Silksas, Billie Jean Sinclair Thwet, Sim Gisgasneen, Hello everyone, my name is Billie Jean Sinclair. I am Niska from the Kilauea clan. I represent my Aunt Georgina Papin.
So we will set up to dance. I just want to say this was a one-time thing back on April 30th, 2012. We're still here 11 years later. Thank you. We've traveled around the world. We've performed across Canada, down into the States, Mexico, Bogota, Colombia. We're actually doing a Latin American tour this summer. So yes, we'll continue raising awareness of this issue through dance.
Oh, you're
Not yet. They have to set up.
None of your governments have clean hands. All of your governments have blood on their hands. None of you are different. You haven't changed because you haven't started your healing journeys.
Now I see reality. Unmask the truth, the killing of youth. I'm making native cartoons to get away with abuse. They blame us in the news. Well, they excuse the accused. Excuse after excuse. Not guilty verdicts, I'm confused. In the hands of white jurors, all smoking mirrors. RC hating, sloppy investigating. Hating on these natives. Canada lives and knives. Reconciliation snakes in disguise. While they take indigenous lives. Genocide in slow-mo. I see you dressed in Trudeau. White paper 2.0. When the tension is high. Relatives with the signs. Women warrior front lines. This is our time. When the tension is high. Relatives with the signs. Women warrior front lines. This is our time. Got me bringing up the heat from the east. That's deep. Wake up if you sleep. Wearing marks on my feet like cousin. Did you eat? Corn beans is washed, but don't forget none. From the father and the mom, born a daughter and a son. Two spirits out of one. We evolved, you just begun. Life's golden. Get some. I'm a hood Nishoni queer that was raised as a kid. Had a drink in 7 years. Now I'm living in the clear. Put that pain in the rear. Front lines without fear. Yeah, I got a squad. It's a whole confederacy. Yeah, we got peace. It's an everlasting tree. Yeah, we gon' rise. It's a prophecy. Our time, my life, my line, my choice, my voice. Canada and United Snakes. Turtle Island comeback. This is the break. When the tension is high, relatives with the signs, women warrior front lines. This is our time. When the tension is high, relatives with the signs, women warrior front lines. This is our time.
We'd like to acknowledge Martina Pierre, and this is the Women's Warrior song. And everyone can stand or sing if they'd like. This song came to Martina Pierre in a sweat lodge ceremony. This song is a song for our people, however, it's very well known for missing and murdered Indigenous women and girls.
Thank you so much, Lorelei and the Butterflies in Spirit, for coming over and taking care of us and showing this beautiful work that they've been doing for so long, as Lorelei had said. So long, just started off just her, grew into this. They've been blessing this work for so long, and so we're so grateful to have them helping us out and helping carry the energy of this day and bringing this real issue into a space where we can all join in and respond to it. Next we have a cherished elder. In my humble opinion, he is a national treasure for this nation, for Canada. Dr. Chief Robert Joseph has led the reconciliation movement in Canada for this generation. He's been the executive director and founder of the Indian Residential School Survivor Society. He's an Order of British Columbia, Order of Canada. And has worked internationally as a voice of reconciliation and peace building across the world. And we are blessed to have him actually be from the west coast of Turtle Island here. And he has offered to come up and share a few words with us today about his journey and what he's witnessed today. And we're so honored and blessed to have Dr. Chief Robert Joseph share a few words with us today.
Greetings, all my relatives. Memuyut. We are all one. Everybody here today, every color, every creed, every language, every difference, we are all one today. In spirit and mind, I am so grateful that Moose Hide campaign came to be. It's one of the initiatives across the country that's elevating our humanity, allowing us to reach for our highest consciousness, to be as good as we can be, to love each other as fiercely as we can. We've never done that before in this country. There's been too much prejudice before, wrongful assumption, hatred. Now here we are gathered and finding ways to mitigate harm for women and girls and those kinds of attitudes that brought that about. So I'm really, really proud of the Moose Hide campaign. Their vision, their energy, their spirit, their work, they've been everywhere, in every corner of this great country, spreading the word that violence must stop now, this violence against women and girls. So I ask all of you to remain steadfast in your commit to stopping that violence in this campaign and in other places. Together we can do it. It always, always starts with you, and then we grow it out. I see this country transforming before my eyes. Good people coming forward, standing up, speaking out. And that's the aim of Moose Hide campaign. So I want to thank all of you for being here today, investing a little bit of your time and self so that we can celebrate together the milestones that have been achieved by Moose Hide campaign and spreading the word even further. Thank you, my relatives. That is all.
Thank you, Bobby Joe. Thank you, Chief Joseph. Thanks for sharing your words and bringing your love and your presence in and sharing it amongst all of these people and everybody. I want to acknowledge all the people on the live stream that are watching this and watching in a very real way. You know, someday they will maybe say their elders, their ancestors gathered and celebrated things. And one of the things we'll always remember is the words of our elders, like Chief Dr. Robert Joseph. We have next a member of the Lessert family, the founding family, and our national ambassador, whose voice is carrying across this nation and helping get this word out. So I'm just going to ask Sage Lessert if she would be willing to come up and say a few words and share a bit from her heart with the family. Might be coming up with her, but if Sage would come up and say a few words, we'd be deeply honored. Thank you.
I can hold it. Howdy. Not howdy. Hadi. Sage Lessert Sadni Saikrana Lashabu Injan Yankuktanekeo. Hello, my name is Sage Lessert. My pronouns are she, her. I'm a carrier woman from the Lake Bameen Nation, and I want to acknowledge all of our honored guests, the elders, my grandma Marilyn, who leads the Moose Hide campaign and really shows us the way, all of the young ones here, our two-spirit and non-binary relatives who are joining, and everyone joining from across Canada. I want to share just one of the biggest lessons that I've learned while being a part of the Moose Hide campaign family. And I know that there are so many beautiful insights that I'm privy to that each of us are really just being able to satisfy those curiosities today and in past Moose Hide campaign days. This lesson really talks about how to show up for the people that you love in a good way. And it makes you question, what are the traits and what are the behaviors that I want to embody in order to be a safe person and to be a loving person for the people around me? How do I feel when I'm in the presence of someone who makes me feel safe? Is another way to pose that question. And I reflect on the origins of the Moose Hide campaign and how we often talk about that first hunting trip, how the first moose came about. Raven was 16 years old, and her and my dad went hunting in the morning, and she had that idea along the Highway of Tears. But when we were taught about the practices of hunting, we learned about how we are a part of the land and how hunting is a part of our nationhood. By hunting our traditional foods, we were able to sustain ourselves the same way that our people have for a very long time. I learned that we are all one, like Chief Dr. Robert Joseph was saying, we are all one. But I also learned that we are the earth. I believe that Mother Earth is our collective first mother. And she nurtures us every single day. She gives us everything that we need, and that we need to take care of her in a reciprocal way. So when we go home and we pick berries or we hunt moose and that nutrients goes into our bodies, a part of the earth becomes us, and eventually we will become a part of the earth. Over the past few years, I started on my own personal healing journey from hurts and big feelings that have come up throughout my life and things that affect me every day. And I've begun to build this tool basket with Western knowledge and Indigenous knowledge and resources, a resource team that I can call on when big things are happening, in times of grief and loss, in times of celebration. And when there are big changes in our lives that occur that feel like they're out of our control. And I think that we talk a lot about our vision of ending violence. Today, Moose Hide Campaign Day, we reference it all the time. We want to end violence towards women and children. And I think what's important to note about the origin of our vision and what my sister is referencing, to my understanding, is she's referencing that this violence is occurring every day in such a very, very real, unrelenting way for many people in this country. For many women, children, and all Canadians. And when I'm building my tool basket and I'm looking towards the people who I trust for guidance and support, I call on those principles that I learned while we were hunting on our territory, learning to respect the land and to respect each other, to make sure that your people are safe. When we're hunting, we have many rules and procedures that we follow to make sure that every single person is safe. And I do that same thing with my family here and my friends and all of you, my relatives. It just makes me reflect on how to be a good part of community. And someone who's here today that I highly respect, one of those trusted people, is Elaine Alec. And she gave me some teachings last year at Moose Hide Campaign Day about how so many of us as human beings don't know how to feel feelings. So many of us as human beings are taught by colonial systems that it's not okay to feel feelings and embody feelings and to be able to express ourselves in the way that we see fit. We're taught that our personal and professional lives should be separate and that you can't feel your work and that you must be objective. This is a colonial mindset. And how I'm feeling right now is I feel deeply devoted to this campaign and to this movement. I feel adoring and appreciative of each of you. At times, I feel powerless. There are moments where I feel powerless and infuriated while doing this work. At times, I feel impatient with the systems and mindsets. But in this moment, I feel cherished and I feel cherishing of each of you for being here. And I think about all of the songs that have been sung today, and I hope that you can feel it. I hope you can feel it on your skin in the sun. And think about each of our ancestors and how happy they are, and maybe even just kind of visioning the feeling of the sun on your skin as them being happy that you're here, and them being grateful that all of the work that has come down this line, this unbroken line from generation to generation, has resulted in you. And they're so, so, so happy. And so I share that. And each of us are wearing a piece of moose hide that is an offering of that land medicine. The reason why I share that insight about the practice of hunting and how we become the land is because we gift each of you with a moose hide, and we ask you to carry that and hold it with you and treat it as medicine. It's not sold or lost or something that you don't put your attention to. It's something that you wear every single day, very intentionally. Each of us are so rooted in the land and in Mother Earth, and we can always turn to her. And I just invite you all to, if you're standing, or wherever your contact is with the earth or the ground, to just kind of like wiggle your feet or wiggle your point of contact. You can even stomp down and really kind of get a feel for her, because she will always be there for you, and you can always turn to that. The last piece, and one of the biggest lessons that I learned at Moose High Campaign, is to love boundlessly and to open your heart in a good way. And so I invite you to turn to the person that you came with, or turn to someone that you met today and look them in their eyes. In this moment, look at the person you came with or someone you met today, make eye contact with someone, and you can offer them a safe high five or some knucks, or we're going to do a big hug. So if you're willing to, open up your arms and turn to them and give a big hug. I like to tell them I love them. I love each of you. I'm so passionate in my love for each of you, and I appreciate every single one of you for being willing to do this today. And I ask you to consider continuing gifting those hugs. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give a couple more. You know, it feels good. I think we need a little bit of that heart medicine today. So, Masi Cho, thank you very much. You just put it under here. Oh, where's Dave?
Thanks so much, Sage. I actually didn't hug until Paul came down the stairs, and then I grabbed a hug. So I think I think we got lots more hugs to go today, though, and lots of more love to share. We're going to wind down this part, start winding down this part of the day. I want to say for all of those of you on the live stream that please come back at 5:15 Pacific Standard Time. Sorry, Pacific Standard Time, 5:15 for those on the live stream, Pacific Standard Time, to come back and watch our fast-breaking ceremony. We'll hear from the witnesses then. You can break your fast then. If there are folks on the far East Coast that the sun is already going down, we have an an event website, and you can watch the fast breaking ceremony there if you want that to help you through your fast breaking ceremony. It's a simple ceremony, and we'll hear from our witnesses at that time. And those joining here in Victoria, the workshops, the live in-person workshops will be at 1:45 back at the conference center. I'm going to invite Yahweh Lipton back up here with his family to close us out in a good way. And as they make the way up here, I just want to again thank all of our speakers, thank the Butterflies in Spirit, our National Treasure, Dr. Chief Robert Joseph, our young National Treasure, Talon Firebird, Sage Lessert, and of course the Premier David Eby, all of the speakers who came up and shared a bit and shared from their hearts. And in particular, to thank each and every one of you for coming out and being with us on this day and taking this stand. There are many of you who might be fasting. Like myself, I'm fasting, getting a little grumpy, so I'm going to just give the microphone over to somebody else in a second here. But I'd ask Yahweh Lipton and the family to come up when they're ready. And so honored to have Yahweh Lipton and the family taking care of us. Thanks so much, and we'll see you back at the conference center or at 5:15 online if you're online. Ahoy.
Share a few words, and they're going to share a women's honor song. So, Haitzka.
Haitzka, Uncle. Haitzka, good day. My name's the Echliat, also known as Brianna Bear. My uncle asked me to share about the Women's Honor Song, which is a song that he actually created quite a few years ago, pre-COVID, and in honor of, it's to honor women in our lives, the matriarchs, the aunties, the grandmas, the moms, as well as the young ones who have gone before and those who are to come. You'll hear a few of the words in the song, say Haichkasiam, which is how we say thank you in Lakwangin, and then Sauchen is the word that we use to honor those ladies in our lives, those matriarchs, the ones that we live for, the ones that teach us how to walk in a good way as well. So, Haichka.
And any other women that would like to come and share the circle space with our drummers, you're welcome to come up. Just like to thank our women for coming up and sharing that song, and my niece and my wife for leading that. Haitska Siem. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everybody. So as we make our way back to the conference center, those are going back, just to please use the sidewalks. The roads aren't closed anymore. To also know that we have a little table over there with snacks for those who, for the young ones or anybody who's feeding the need, and some pop sockets for anybody who wants a hip pop socket for their phone. Moose Hide Campaign pop sockets, get them while they're last. And please take care of yourself for the rest of the day. And if you're over at the conference center in the fast breaking ceremony, we'll see you there. Thanks so much, folks.